in today's lesson, we're going to learn must, have to, have got to, need to talk about obligation and necessity. So let's check them out. So Stella, do you think children must wear uniforms when they go to school?
Definitely yes. Wearing uniform helps students and children improves their academic learning, and by this I mean they don't waste too much time choosing clothes, judging their friends through clothes.
Okay, good job. All right, so we have must here, and you can use have to instead of must, right, to talk about an obligation or a rule. For example, when you go to school or you go to work, you have to obey or conform to rules set by your school or your workplace, right? So you can use must or have to. Or in British English, we use have got to. You can say, you have got to wear uniforms when you go to work, or you've got to go home early, all right? Otherwise, your mother will yell at you or scream or give you the cold shoulder. All right, that's great. So
can you differentiate between must, have to, and mustn't, don't have to?
Okay, so remember mustn't and don't have to, they're not the same. So mustn't means you are prohibited from doing something, okay?
Okay.
So you must not do something because it's prohibited, all right?
Yeah, I got it.
So, for example, you mustn't go home late. You must show up before 10 p.m. For example, your mother or your father give you some kind of rule or regulation.
Okay.
And you should not go home late, okay? So you mustn't go home late. And don't have to means you don't need to do something because it is unnecessary. All right? Okay. So for example, you don't have to wear uniforms when you go to work. For example, the boss is quite, comfortable, and he's kind of very easygoing and flexible.
Yeah.
So all employees don't need to wear uniforms. All right. Very good. And Stella, so can you tell me the past form of must and the future form of must?
The past form of must is had to.
Had to. All right, so tell me, what did you have to do when you went to school? I mean, went to high school or secondary school? Any rules or regulations you had to follow or obey?
Okay, when I was at high school, I had to wear uniform.
Uniforms.
Okay. I hate uniform,
All right, so how about now? Do you have to? All right, so do you have to wear uniforms when you go to work now?
No, I don't have to wear uniform to work because my boss is so pleasant.
Okay.
He's outgoing, so he say, whatever you wear.
So you can choose whatever clothes, okay, you want to wear.
Yeah.
Okay, you can wear whatever you like. Very comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so, by the way, this weekend, I'm going to hold a party, a small party at home.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I've already invited some special guests.
Yeah.
So I think I need to wear something differently, to look gorgeous or attractive. So, why don't we go shopping tomorrow morning? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
and do some exercises.
Do some exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we go shopping at around 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I normally wake up too late, like about 8, But maybe tomorrow I will have to wake up early.
Okay, I'll call you.
Yeah, so that we can go shopping at around like 8 a.m. All right? That's great. Thank you. One more thing you need to remember is the difference between didn't need to and didn't have past participle. A lot of you guys get confused when it comes to these two expressions. All right? So let me show you two examples to see how they are used. Now, the first scenario, I was about to buy a new scarf yesterday, right? But my husband had bought had bought a new one for me. Okay? So in this case, you can say, I didn't need to buy a new scarf because my husband had bought me a new one. Alright, so that means it was not necessary for me to buy a new one because my husband had bought for me a new one. Alright? Now the second scenario, I bought a new scarf yesterday morning. So now I regret having bought it because my husband had bought it for me, had bought a new scarf for me already. So that means you can, so in this case you can say, I needn't have bought a new scarf yesterday because my husband had bought me a new one. So I was not supposed to buy a new one because my husband had bought it for me. Alright, so you use needn't have plus P2 if you want to show that you regret having done something wrong, okay, or you regret having made a mistake. Okay? Excellent. Remember, we use must if you want to show an obligation. Somebody must do something by rule or by law or by regulation, or it's very necessary for somebody to do something. You can use need to. Okay? And of course, try to figure out the difference between didn't need to and needn't have plus P2. And also we have mustn't and don't have to. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this lesson and we'll see you next time. Bye.